loyal listeners. Hello, the longest, or maybe the in process of becoming the longest Larrys. It is I, the vicious scumbag.
And it is me, your master, your honorable sensei.
And you're listening to the Longturnlarry podcast. Ooh, it feels good. We're coming to you with a special one. We covered all those beautiful 5 colors, went through ramp and card draw for each of them. Try to give you guys some ideas to come back smooth, take longer turns.
Did we talk about winning and why it's fun to win and not bad?
And I get where they're coming from, but yes, that was our most recent you should listen to previous episode.
What are we talking about now?
Typal? Tribal?
Right?
Totally?
Okay, so I know maybe if you're a little not clicked in, you saw this switch from tribal to typal. I'm like, what's going on? What's up with that?
What was that?
What was that? So, tribal has connotation attached. Maybe when you speak about certain groups of people, call them tribal. you see how that made you feel?
Mm-hmm.
You know how it made you feel? I'm like, ugh.
When I first hear the word tribal, I think of the 90s with bad tattoos. That is the first image that comes to my head.
Yeah, just very, very bad barbed wire.
Yes, it's on his left arm. It's thick.
He's only got one. He's got one tattoo,
and it's the only one. You can see him. I see him. He's plain as day. Yep.
Yeah, you know it reminds me of Goldberg. Like that bald guy. He's bigger than your normal person. He's just got like
he's generic big.
Either he's got like big tribal tattoos, or he's only got one.
A singular.
And he's just in the gym just doing squats. Just staring at the wall. I'm gonna get him.
But yeah, they had a controversy over it being considered, I guess, like racist is technically like the underlying tone. And I'm totally cool. Wizards, great. I'm glad you're trying to be inclusive. I love the idea of you being, I guess what's the term? It's like sensitive, like just, trying to, keep feelers out and not be out of touch. Great. Same reason why like they removed Crusade cards, right? Or like cards that were like really close to being like white power cards. And so it's like I like them doing it. But do I like Typal? I don't know if I like.
No, it just doesn't
have the same feel. I don't know.
Like, it's like, yeah, that's my favorite type of cards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you mean?
I feel like there's other words.
No, when you say like if you say like elves are my favorite typal.
Yeah.
No, it's like elves is my favorite tribe.
Like, I don't know why that feels, it feels correct. It really does.
Like, I've been playing Magic for too long not to call it tribe. So if you feel some type of way.
Trigger warning.
Yeah. Trigger. Yeah. Ah! No, I'm just playing. If you feel some type of way about the word tribe or tribal, just know that we're not coming at you with any type of
no malice. No
malice. We're just old. And when most Magic players are like 30-something years old, and you're starting to get stuck in your ways, and you see yourself turning into your parents. Yeah.
I don't like going to that side of town anymore. That's how they'd be looking at cards nowadays. So we wanted to cover pretty much all the different types and tribes and we were going to go over pretty much each week or every other week or something of that nature. We were going to cover either a really popular one or one that is super minute. And Honorable had a really good idea, and that was kind of covering the cards that aren't technically a specific, creature type and would be included in any of those lists. So this is kind of like a coverall. So these are,
this is the catch-all for all your changelings. Choose creature type. Blase, blase, blase. You know what? That might be the reason they changed it. We say creature type.
It's true. And technically, it's like they're trying to make it like a
they're trying to branch the word type that
and
we
tribal.
already use and leave tribal in the past. See, sometimes
Typal, tribal. They're taking the end of tribal and the beginning of type.
Right. So
like a genus.
Now, sometimes you don't understand something until you're like in the middle of it. Because we do say collectively creature type.
Yep.
And they're just trying to make that wider so we don't have to use that term.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the catch-all episode for all the stupid changelings, shapeshifters, things that, if you're playing that very, very, very weird tribe that's got 15 cards.
What was one of the ones we brought up? Well, mosquito tribal, right? Like good luck trying to find enough mosquito cards to do it. But in theory, all these changelings, and you could have a quote unquote mosquito deck.
You could have a tribal deck. All right. Hold on. One thing. If you're the person who has the tribal deck, you're not cute anymore.
Nope. It's been done.
It's been. There's at least 2 guys at the shop with the tribal deck. Oh, I just run a whole bunch of Lord changelings.
I mean, it's what it is. It's dollar store slivers. That's what it is.
It's like you know what. It's like breaking. It's not the fourth wall, but it's just like this is my commander deck. All the cards in my deck have the word command.
Oh, look at the continuity. So I guess we can kick it off with the obvious largest group here, which is going to be creatures. And you're going to hear this theme kind of run through. And I feel like we should hit on some of the bigger ones, the more notable creatures in this list.
Maybe some that we run ourselves, some of these I ain't never even seen before.
Yeah, some of these I have never used, and others I feel like I use a lot. I'll start off with one of the easiest ones, Adaptive Automaton. It's colorless. When it enters the battlefield for 3 colorless, a 2/2, you choose a creature type. It is the thing in addition to being a construct, and then it buffs everything that you just chose. I mean, it's simple. It fits into everything. Like, oh, you're building a goblin deck. Okay, get Adaptive Automaton. It's another lord. Doesn't really matter which specific creature type. Only thing I think that could make this better is that it was that type as it was cast. But you can't really, yeah.
You can only do so much, but if your creature is a changeling, changelings are all creature types at all times. Sort of like changeling outcast. Let me knock out all the one drops. Changeling outcast, moth dust, changeling, and universal automaton. I know you recognize all 3 of these cards because before the second Kamigawa block came out, there wasn't a lot of good ninjas.
Yeah, like at all. And they also have great effects on them. Most of them either unblockable or against flying, or like in the universal automaton. That's a new one, but yeah.
He's just a 1-drop buddy. He's just like, I'm here.
Yep. It's like, oh, you needed to be something? Like, oh yeah, I'm a ninja. It's like, a colorless 1-drop artifact ninja. Like, yeah, I'll take it.
Tasty.
Mm-hmm.
What's next?
Oh man, there's so many. So I'll give you one of the, I'll stay on the same theme here. We have Bloodline Pretender, 3 colorless 2/2. When it enters, choose a creature type. And then this one says whenever another creature of the chosen type enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Bloodline Pretender. This is great for a go tall synergy with a go wide strategy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, every time I make a rabbit, I'm going to put a +1/+1 on him. And then it's whenever it enters the battlefield there. Good keywords.
It's sort of like that 1-drop human. Whenever a human enters the battlefield, you get a +1/+1 counter. It works exactly like that, but for anything.
Yeah, anything. You can go ahead and pick anything you want from this.
We are going to say anything a lot.
Yes.
And Changeling a lot. Let me see if I can't find a weird one.
There's some pretty weird ones too.
Okay.
Art-wise.
One that I've never seen before. I've never even read this card before. Bloodline Shaman. 1 and a green for elf wizard. So 1. Wait, it's not a changeling. Hold on, wait. Choose a creature type. Reveal the top card of your library. If that card is a creature card of the chosen type, put it into your hand. Otherwise, put it into your graveyard.
Yep. I did not know about this card at all. And it's really good and it's cheap. It's 30 cents and 2 mana.
So it's sort of like, oh, I can bend things that I want to the graveyard. Maybe you already know that because you have some type of top deck manipulation.
Yep. I was just thinking, I was like, if you have any way to set up a top of your deck, you can have some really fun interactions with this.
And then on the activated ability of you activating it, you choose the creature type. So like some decks are like multiple tribes.
Yes.
Right now I have a ninja dragon goblin.
Yeah,
tribe.
goblin. It's got some goblin in there.
So like sometimes like your ninja synergies is not what you need because your hand's full of like dragon stuff. Sometimes dragon stuff's not what you need sort of the ninja stuff. This can hit multiple different tribes for you.
What's funny is it is an elf, like on its own typing, but it doesn't actually care about what you're hunting for. It's to say, hey, what are you looking for? I love that idea. On the same topic of one I've never seen, and it's funny, you can tell it's an older card, is Caller of the Hunt. 2 colorless and a green for a creature lord. So it's not even a creature type technically. As you play Caller of the Hunt, choose a creature type. Its power and toughness are each equal to the number of the creatures in play of the chosen type. What a cool wording. Oh, you're playing, I'm always going to reference them. You're playing a goblin deck. You can drop this thing and choose goblins, and now it's as big as my entire board.
Or you're playing mirrors, and you just so happen to give other people mirrors sometimes.
Yeah. Oh man, any synergy with you giving people other things. This would be a great card for. But yeah, a 3-drop that is equal. I mean, it's like a there's a couple of these. Like I think each tribe has 1 or 2 of the card to where it's like it's equal to the number of creatures on your battlefield. To say this one can just work for all of them, fantastic.
Excellent.
Here's
one that in my party deck,
yeah.
This gives you 2 bodies for 4 mana of any creature type, and in that deck, it's multiple tribes. You need a wizard, a warrior, a rogue, and a cleric. So it's like
1 changeling.
Yeah, you played 1 card and filled half of what you need. It's irregular cohort, 2 colorless and 2 white for a 2/2 shapeshifter changeling. We already know what that does. Whenever it ETBs, create a 2/2 colorless shapeshifter creature token with Changeling. There we go.
Yeah. Doubling up on it now counts. It's like we both count to whatever you're wanting. There's a lot of them. I will admit, I feel like you only really use these creatures when it is a tribe that has some type of overpowered mechanic, and the way that mechanic is balanced is there's not a lot of that card. Like there's not a lot of ninjas. So it's like we can make ninja effects pretty powerful because there's not a crazy amount of ninjas. We can make dinosaur effects really powerful because there's not a crazy amount of dinosaurs.
Psych! Not anymore.
I know, right? But it's like humans, I feel like, don't get cards dropped as often that are as like, holy crap. Like if a human dealt damage XYZ.
Yeah, if you want that, you gotta go to Innistrad.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of these cards can supplement. I feel like vampires or like
vampires don't need no help.
Elves don't need it either. Zombies don't need it. Like those creature types have so much backing already. Changelings are kind of useless to them, at least in my opinion. Like that, I don't feel like they serve the same purpose.
Right. Sometimes, like if you're running like a creature lord and elves, I'm just like, what are you? A changeling creature lord?
I mean, I got an example of one of my favorite ones on this creature list is Chameleon Colossus. This is hands down, this one and Mirror Entity. Those two are must includes for almost any type of deck that has a creature type synergy.
Oh, so, Mirror Entity will literally by itself win the game. You just untap with 6 mana. You have 30 creatures. Guess what? Everybody dies.
Yeah. Chameleon Colossus is pretty much the same thing. You can pump it and it gets XX, where X is its power, and then you just have a bunch of stuff making whatever it is big. And then it can double and double and double and double, and then it becomes a one-shot. Yeah.
And he's got the random protection from black.
Yeah, I know. Just randomly, Doomblades.
This boy, he is a OG. OG. It is a Tauren Mauler.
Oh,
2
man.
colorless and a red for a 2/2. Oh, man.
MVP.
Playing a Soul Ring turn 1 and playing this on turn 2 never felt so good.
It's powerful.
And if it goes unanswered, you just give it flying or trample or any type of evasion once. Like somebody's about to die.
It normally has something else like affecting it always. I always love the thought of it being played, and it's like a perfect example of my partner. She has a samurai deck that she just built, and Tauren Mauler is in that deck, and we always joke that it's a samurai cow. It is like he's got a gi. Instead of horns, he has samurai swords.
Can't milk those.
You can't milk those. Yo, shout out to all the stinky League players.
League? Wow.
You can't milk those? That's Alistair.
Is that Alistair? I thought Torrance.
It's still lore. It still probably applies. But yeah, no, the
oh yeah, the Torrent 2-step.
You can't see it, but we're vibing here.
It's a vibe all the time. Realm Walker is a new one, well, fairly recent. 2 colors in the green. Shapeshifter.
Another top card.
For 2/3. Changeling. When it ETBs, choose a creature type. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast creatures of the chosen type from the top of your library. This gives you reach, not in the creature type. I mean, not in the keyword, but like reach, like when you dump your hand because you're playing a tribe.
Yep.
Goblins, elves,
all of them. They all suffer from this.
All of them.
Yeah. Because you're naturally creature heavy, like you're going to be, which normally means you're lacking as many draw effects, or at least you shouldn't be, but you're more prone to it. No, I agree.
So this is gonna let you hit. Well, you're never hitting that. If you hit that many creatures in a row, you were cheating.
Yeah, exactly. Who shuffled him? Who judge? Who shuffled this deck?
Get this, man.
Speaking of a new one that I did not know about, that is really good, at least in my opinion, is Roaming Throne. Have you looked at this one?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
It breaks a couple of commanders that I've been looking at.
Go ahead, take it away.
Roaming Throne is a 4-mana artifact creature golem. It's a 4/4. It's got ward 2. As Roaming Throne enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Roaming Throne is the chosen type in addition to its other types. If a triggered ability of another creature you control of the chosen type triggers, it triggers it. It's Typal Panharmonicon.
It is. It's Panharmonicon with ward on a body, and it likes your tribe. It's incredible. And it's colorless. And it's not just ETBs, it's attack triggers, it's death triggers. Yeah, it's all of it.
It's cash triggers. It's all the dumb stuff. Hey, guess what?
Like the best things.
Guess what? Hey, this ward, you think it's 2? It's not. It's being triggered by you casting a spell.
And so it's technically ward 4. But, you know, it's a cheesy version of it because it's 2, and then after you respond to it, you have to do 2 again.
Correction. You have to have another Roaming Throne for that to happen.
Yes, because another. If it triggered of another creature you
But
control.
how hard is it to copy?
It's not
creatures?
legendary either.
How hard is it to copy
and
creatures?
And it's an artifact. Copying artifacts is even easier as well. Like, adds just more layers to it. We haven't even gotten to like the crazy stuff.
We're skipping a lot of the bad stuff.
Yeah. I'll give you one that I think is a unique one that I'm personally going to be trying out here. And I'm going to mispronounce this. Ruka Ramel, biologist, and it's Wooburg for a 3/3 human wizard. When they enter the battlefield, choose a creature type. Slivers you control and non-token creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their other creature types. Same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. And then 3 colorless tap, create a 1/1 colorless sliver. So what's cool is this is like you technically play another tribe and then just play the lords from slivers that you want with them, because then they become slivers and the other thing. It's a funky, cool way of like
this
hybridizing.
Just allows you to do whatever you want.
Yeah, like there's like no
Don't care.
limitations.
Everything's just like a weird freaking
Hybrid.
snake pit fuck bowl. Just
Exactly.
There's like,
What is
what
that?
the hell?
I feel like there could be some really cool interactions, and then it creates the tokens that go along with it. Like, there's some really cool things here, and the fact that this is like it's Wooburg, like these cards we're talking about, it's every color. There's stuff for changelings and choose a creature type in every color.
We would be remiss if we didn't talk about the other 5-color guy. Go ahead.
Oh man, this is a card that I felt like was like the end all be all for so long. It is Morphon the Boundless. 7 colorless for a 6/6 shapeshifter. It's got Changeling, and as it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Spells of the chosen type you cast cost Wooburg less to cast, and it is including the actual pips. It's not colorless. This effect reduces only the amount of colored mana. We get it. And then other creatures of the chosen type get +1/+1. And it's a 6/6. So this thing is going to get pumped from all of your effects. It's going to pump everybody else. It then can make a lot of things free without even trying to. And then there's so many broken interactions with Morphon. He's very, very easy to combo with. And he's just good.
Play the before I was racist Joda.
Oh yeah, the everything costs Wooburg Joda. Yeah. Yep. And now like, oh, my whole deck is free. I know. It's beautiful. He's gone down in price finally. He used to be really expensive. Morphine was getting up there.
And the copy that we're looking at is ugly as hell. Oh my God, this is disturbing. I do not like this.
And if you want to view the cards that we're talking about, you can always check them out on
Moxfield?
Moxfield?
What's that? I've never even heard of that website.
Yeah, just go to moxfield.com/Longturnlarry, and then there be the deck lists. Well, they're not decks, but all the beautiful cards that you can reference for later.
Let me talk about a mechanic that
Ooh, bring it to him.
It's funny. I used to play this. I don't even know if this is good, but it's just funny. Champion a creature. Champion a creature is whenever this comes into play, sacrifice unless you remove another creature you control from the game. When this leaves play, return that creature to play. There's a couple of changeling creatures that have this champion feature on it. Yep.
It's not uncommon.
They're sort of interesting. Like, if you need a die trigger, you could just have it die. You could just not even do anything. Be like, just play it, dies.
You're making it like a evoke. Like an
you're getting
creature.
like an evoke ability. You can also do some very interesting stuff with like looping these champion creatures.
Yeah, all you need's 2 of them. That's it. One is already out, and then you play the other one. And well, you have to have a third creature.
No, you need 3 creatures.
And then they
you can get like infinite ETBs.
This reminds me of when we were still in standard, the Faceless Butcher. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, and that was infinite ETBs. What a horrible, overcomplicated mess that was.
You know what? Sometimes your friend plays tribes and you don't like them. So Plague Engineer, what the settlers did to the Native Americans.
What a segue. Happy Thanksgiving,
it's
you guys.
a 2 colors and a black for a 2/2 creature carrier.
Oh man, it's
wow, just on the nose. It's got Death Touch, of course. As Plague Engineer enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures of the chosen type your opponent's control get -1/-1.
Notice how it did not say until end of turn.
No, it's just like small what's her name?
Oh, Elish.
Yeah, just for your
It's a 3-drop. It's a 3-drop, and if you blink it, like there you go. Get around indestructible. I don't care about your chroma.
Oh no, I mean if they're a 2/2, this will never kill them if you blink it. You need copies.
Yeah, but as soon as it enters, they get -1/-1.
Yeah, but you want to have like 5 of these, so their deck's unplayable.
Yeah, you know who would love this boy? Toxrill.
Oh,
Plague Engineer and Toxrill are best friends. Yeah, there are definitely some cards in here that are like, whoa, you want to play all the same thing?
Or you play this against Toxrill.
Oh yeah, same thing. Goodbye to your
slug
your
boys,
slugs.
your slimes, whatever they're called.
What are the things that you get for killing things?
I don't like it.
So, Honorable, let's run through. Let's just take down these sorceries.
I'm gonna talk about this card that I've had for years. I cannot find a deck to put this in. It's sort of like my favorite card, but it's not. You know which one that is?
Are we in sorceries?
You're in sorceries.
Kindred dominance.
No.
No, not kindred dominance. Let me think. If it's not kindred dominance, then the only other one is patriarch's bidding.
Yes.
Those are my two guesses.
It's sort of like living death, but it's for like a creature type.
Yeah.
All my Typal decks are multiple tribes.
Yeah, they are. You don't have. You did at one point, but you don't anymore. You don't
All
have
the ones that run black just are like,
Yeah. You don't. You actually are the least Typal user, I think, in our play group. I think you are.
All right, let me think. I got mirrors.
Yeah, that is one. You do have one.
I should put this in.
It's 5 color mirrors, and outside of that,
I have werewolves.
Okay, that one's purely werewolves. You're right. I had to think about that one.
Used to have ninjas.
Not anymore. Now it's ninjas,
Now it's
goblins,
ninja dragons,
and rogues, and dragons.
I have fairies now.
You do. So you have 3. You have 3.
That's 4.
Oh, you have 4. You have 4. Okay, you ready? I have.
Hold on. I'm trying to think. I think I have one more.
You have one more? That's a pure tribe? Rogues.
No, I don't have rogues.
It's not. Oh, no. It's like all rogues, assassins, and something else, but it's.
Oh, yeah. It's rogues, mercenaries,
and
assassins.
Yeah.
That's so weird that most of my tribal decks are like 3 tribes.
They are.
Why do I do this to myself?
Yeah, lords don't help you. Like Patriarch's bidding wouldn't be that good. It won't.
Yeah, it's
For
like,
5 mana.
Yeah, let me put this in my. You know, it's like my enemies are gonna get more stuff than I do.
5. Yeah, I was about to say 5 mana, and you help me. You didn't. You didn't help you. So ready? I have goblins. I have merfolk. I have monkeys. I have dinosaurs. I have vampires. I have saplings. I have defenders. That one's not really a 10.
Nah.
Yeah, there. Okay, so we'll take that one out. We're at
You used
6.
to have elementals.
I used to have elementals. I have slivers.
Mm-hmm.
I have. Oh man, we're at 8. I have a clone deck. It's all clones. So that's 9. I have an ally deck.
Okay.
It's all allies. Yeah, I have a bad habit of building tribes only.
See, we are the exact opposite.
Yeah, that's why our show works.
It's like, you got a deck with 16 different tribes.
I know. I look at you and I'm like,
dog, that's just a regular deck.
No. It's graveyard Typal. It's not. No.
That's not a thing. You just reanimator, dog. All right, so Patriarch's bidding 3 colorless, 2 black for a sorcery. Each player chooses a creature type. Each player returns all creature types of a type chosen this way from the graveyards to the battlefield.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, it's just that simple. Especially if you run like a Tormod's Crypt, they get one-sided.
Yeah, you know, typically when I cast my Living Death, I'm gonna exile you.
Yep, I was about to say that's a really easy way to make this thing not help them. Hey, I'm gonna play Urborg and then I'm gonna Patriarch's bidding, and you there? Yeah, no. The other Typal guy? No.
No. Or you're like a dedicated, like self-mill type of tribal deck, and it's just like, hey, buddy. Well, you already talked about Kindred Dominance, so you might as well read it.
5 colorless black for a sorcery. One of the most expensive board wipes I know of. Kindred Dominance. Choose a creature type. Destroy all creatures that aren't of a chosen type. Reason why it's expensive, it's a one-sided board wipe. There are ways to do this that are much cheaper and even at instant speed. So, I mean, 7 mana is steep. It's really steep. I own this card and I get it. Like, it's great. It's still a one-sided board wipe, and at the end of the day, that's fine. But 7 mana is a lot.
All right, so let me put this in perspective, okay? Me, I'm the type of person, I love creating situations where one-sided board wipes happen. I actually think that one-sided board wipes are some of, if not, not the most powerful thing, but like for your deck, clearing the board, ooh,
Yeah.
you keep yours. So typically, if we think about my party deck, I have a lot of creatures that are in the tribe that kill themselves to make all my creatures indestructible.
Yeah.
And then, whoop, blow up the board right after that.
Basic
I'm
board
the
wipe.
only person with a board anymore. Two of you are gonna die right now.
No, I agree. One-sided board wipes, especially when you have things up, is powerful.
So if you think about the mana cost it takes to do something like that, typically that creature is 2 to 3 mana.
Yes.
Your board wipe's usually 4 to 5.
Yep.
Kindred Dominance is 1 card.
It is. Like I said, it's steep, but I know what you're getting at. It's like running a heroic intervention and a Wrath of God.
Like, do you want to see this in your opening hand?
No.
Probably not.
Hitting it turn 7, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be horrible.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, I know what you're getting
I'm about to go to your house and eat all the food out your fridge.
It's mine now.
Ew, what is this? We got more hosing creature type effects. Outbreak. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
3 colors and a black for a sorcery. You may discard a swamp from your hand instead of paying Outbreak's mana cost.
Yep.
Oh my. Choose a creature type. All creatures of that type get -1/-1. Oh my goodness.
Look at the quote. This plague chooses its victims. Yeah, no. That when I first saw this, I was like, 4-drop. That's kind of. And then I saw the first text was like, my goodness. Yeah, that's great. This is a free hose.
This is so good in the early game.
Yes.
Oh my! You like turn 5. You just hate somebody. You just hate them.
Yep, that's what I was about to say. Whoever got the advantage and is clearly doing better than you, you don't even have to pay. Like, goodbye.
I don't need this swamp.
Yep. Yeah, those soldier tokens you made, epic.
Hey, this could be discard a swamp and this and be like, hey, I'm just gonna kill your mana dark. I don't care.
Oh man, any type of recursion to bring it back. Madness effects. Yeah, I can see this being super strong. We'll stay on the topic of, we got Crippling Fear, 2 colorless, black, choose a creature type, sorcery. Creatures that aren't the chosen type get -3/-3. Again.
Prejudice.
Yep. Wait a second. You aren't a pirate? Crippling Fear.
Let's talk about one of the most broken cards. The card that's probably killed me the second most among the cards in this entire list.
Oh.
Distant Melody.
Yeah.
Distant Melody is 3 colors and a blue for a sorcery. Choose a creature type. Draw a card for each permanent you control of that type.
Yeah, this is a good card.
Oh my goodness. I have died.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't count.
I was about to say, and you don't realize how much you've made of something. Oh, yeah. This can easily draw you to death.
You will die if you can't count.
I played this many lands, and I drew this many cards, and I created this many elves, and then...
Yeah, I've gone infinite and then casted this card and just been like, oops.
Oops, all creatures. wait, no. You know a card I thought you were going to talk about?
What?
Kindred Charge.
I never even heard of it.
Oh, that's the That's the Regoblinizer 9000. 4 colorless red. Choose a creature type. For each creature you control of the chosen type, create a token that's a copy of that creature. It gains haste. Exile them at the beginning of the next end step. Oh, you have 200? No, you don't. You have 400. And then you have some type of doubler. So no, you have 600. This is I play it for 6 and then your board like quadruples.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is gross. And then you swing, and then you do all the damage. Then after you're done, then you sack it to something.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so stupid. And even if you don't have a sack outlet and you have a death triggers, they still die. They still sacrifice at the beginning. So like regardless, you still get your triggers. Kindred Shard's powerful. It's a very powerful card.
Oh my! I just saw a card in this list that is hilarious. Peer pressure. 3 colorless and a blue. It's a sorcery. Choose a creature type. If you control more creatures of that type than any other player, you gain control of all creatures of that type.
That is so funny. It is so funny. I bet this could just net you stuff just cause.
I bet there's probably a way to turn all creatures into the same creature type. And you just have more creatures than everybody else. And then you steal everybody's creatures.
My goodness. There has to be. Yeah, because no. There's tons of cards that say everything becomes blah, blah, blah. Those are cards. Oh, man. Most of them are enchantments. Hold on. Like conspiracy. Yeah, creature cards you own that aren't in play.
Don't skip ahead. Don't skip ahead. You know that's one of my cards.
I know it's so. But no, peer pressure could totally just snatch the board. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, usually insurrection cost 8 mana. This is just
4
blue insurrection with extra steps.
Oh man, that's super funny. I love that it's called peer pressure. Like, hey, I know you an elf. Look at all the elves over here. Don't you want to be with elves? Yeah, leave him.
Ooh, we were talking about one-sided board wipes.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about the next card? It's beautiful.
Yeah. One-sided saving. 4 colorless and a blue for Raise the Palisade. Choose a creature type. Return all creatures that aren't of the chosen type to their owner's hand. Yeah, so this is like a. How much is a overloaded cyclonic?
7 mana.
7. Yeah, so this is a technically cheaper creature only cyclone. Yeah.
Let's remove Cyclonic Rift from the conversation. It's instant.
Oh, I know. Cyclonic Rift is the GOAT. Yeah, it's the GOAT.
I don't have one for a reason.
But this is still a great card. I wish it was an instant though. I do. That's the only thing I wish.
Hey, it could have been 7 mana. Make this an instant. I'd run it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Like returning people's like enchantments and artifacts are cool with Cyclonic. Really, what we're doing? Nah, put them creatures back.
Yeah, put away the big beady things.
Yeah, because I'm
hurting me right now.
I'm about to beat your ass.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with your doubling season. I'm not cool with your omniscience, but.
All right, let's get into the instant speed.
Some of these are really good.
Go ahead, shoot one off.
Oh man, Kindred Summons. This is a card that I always put in and I never truly get to play, but when I do, mercy, does it hit hard. 5 colorless, green, instant. Choose a creature type. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X creature cards of the chosen type, where X is the number of creatures you control of that type. Put those cards onto the battlefield and then shuffle the library and the rest of the reveal cards into it. This is an instant speed. We're getting around timing restrictions, and you can do this in response to stuff. And then if you make tokens, and then you you can make tokens and you make shapeshifters or you can make changelings, you can in theory make it to where you go grab the rest of the creatures in your deck. Like making 21 ones of anything is not difficult. Making them all humans is not difficult either. And then to say like, oh, I only have like 20 creatures left in this deck. For 7 mana, I'm going to go get all of them and put them into play. Like to apply it to any tribe that's powerful. Dragons, zombies. This card turns into, if you set it up correctly, I'm going to go get every heavy hitter and instantly have it on the field. Right before your turn ends to where it goes to my turn.
So anybody who's ever played Collected Company knows how good that card is. Because it's instant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you're leaving up 7 mana. I don't care how you're leaving up 7 mana. People gonna be afraid because they think it's gonna be Cyclonic Rift.
Yeah, or what? Kindred Dominance. They're like, yeah, I know what he's doing. He's gonna wait.
He's gonna wait. Oh my! You're, like this is 7 mana. Like I'm gonna win the game.
Yeah, without question.
Like, what do you do after? Like, somebody like untaps with all of this power. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's what like. If this was a sorcery, I feel like it would be more fair. The fact that it is an
because you would need some type of haste enabler.
Yeah, and then at that point, everyone has a chance to respond to it. It's like, oh no, I have 30 creatures on the battlefield that I made, and they count towards what I'm after, and I just pooped out the rest of my deck. Like, and then and now it's on my turn. They no longer have summoning sickness. I got ETBs and. Yeah, no. The amount of stuff that goes into Kindred Summoning is gross.
Yeah, I think your friends will just scoop it.
Yeah, that's a scoop-worthy card.
Yeah, thank goodness goblins are not.
Oh, mercy.
I'm very happy I never have to work goblins and crank them. Oh my.
Oh yeah. It literally translates into like turn 5. Yeah. And then
you ever seen Goblin Slayer?
Yeah.
You know why he's so paranoid? Because goblins aren't in green. That's why. They're red. They can't do this.
That's right. They had to have some limitations.
They can't read.
You know they can't read.
So the card I want to talk about is not remotely as powerful as Kindred Summonings. But it does wombo combo with the card that we talked about just earlier. Standardize. Blue for an instant. Choose a creature type other than legend or wall, which is illegal. Each creature type becomes a type until end of turn. Oh, no. There we go. We broke standardize.
We did it. Woo! That's it, everybody.
We broke peer pressure. There we did.
There it is.
Standardized testing leads into pure pressure.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't. This is very unplanned, but my goodness. What a symbol.
And they're both in blue, so you're
in blue. Oh man. All you gotta do is use microsynth lattice and peer pressure and standardize, and you pretty much take everything.
I'm gonna get both of these cards and put in my fairy deck and just be rude.
Be very rude. Yeah, make everything that's not a fairy, and then you just take everything. It's so simple.
Guess what? You glitter now.
Oh, look at these wings. I can't fly.
Yeah. You a pony now.
You can.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna identify as what I say you identify as. I don't care.
That's right. I'm gonna give you the weakest instant, I think, on this list. You ready?
Yeah.
Rise the Draugr. Colorless into black, choose one. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Return 2 target creature cards that share a type from your graveyard to your hand. It's good. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. But it's
not bad.
It's not, I'm going to steal all the creatures on the entire board, or, I'm going to play my whole deck. But I mean, there's still some good things in here. Have you ever? Is there a couple on here you haven't seen? Because the instant list had a couple.
I've never seen Pack Disdain. We got all these hate cards. I love it. I just want, you know what? You know what you do? You build an anti-tribal deck. You just put all these tribal hate cards in it and standardize and pure pressure. And you just make people's lives just miserable.
Bro.
Pack Disdain, 1 in a black, it's instant. Choose a creature type. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn for each permanent of the chosen type you control.
Oh yeah. This one isn't hate for all of them. This is I hate you with all of them.
I hate you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
Me and all my buddies, we hate you.
You know what? You're not like us.
This message is brought to you by
I think that's why they changed the name.
100%.
Oh my goodness!
The deeper we get in this episode,
my tribe hates you. I'm like, oh my goodness! I'm starting to sweat. People starting to put on their red hats. I'm scared.
There's pitchforks and torches coming out.
No.
IQ levels are dropping. I can see it.
Oh man, we still got artifacts and enchantments to do.
I'll give you one that is a deck exclusive that is really good.
Ooh.
And they shall know no fear. Colorless and a white instant. Choose a creature type. Creatures you control the chosen type get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. I will take another heroic intervention any day of the week. That is a 2-drop. And it's a single white, not a double. Downside, only in the Warhammer 40k precon.
That's why it's $15.
Yep. That one is in the Esper Space Marines Astartes deck.
Let's I want to skip artifacts. I want to go to enchantments. Enchantments are fun.
Let's go to enchantments.
Enchantments are fun. Let's one of my favorite cards. I bought this card when it was $60 for this effect. I love this card. It has killed a lot of people. Cover of Darkness. Ooh, 1 in a black. It's an enchantment. As Cover of Darkness comes into play, choose a creature type. Creatures of the chosen type have fear. Fear means they can only be blocked by artifact or black creatures.
Yep.
I'm killing you.
Yeah.
You ain't pro-black. And you ain't AI.
Yep.
You gonna die.
That's right. This is a board wide, giving it unblockable. It's beautiful. No. I remember
2 mana.
You have killed me with this.
Yeah.
110%.
Yeah, because ninjas that discriminate are not nice.
Oh man, and especially with the Yuriko triggers, and they all are guaranteed to hit. You have top deck control. Yeah, it's gross. It's really gross. I'll give you one I did not know about that I think is hilarious. Anzarin Ruined. 2 colorless red. Choose a creature type. Creatures of that type do not untap during their controller's untap phase.
Oh my! We're building the hate deck.
It has to be 5 color. If it has to be 5 color, I hate
you know
all
what?
of you.
You play Morphon for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Oh man, you know what I'm gonna call it? I'm gonna call it the UN.
Oh my!
Wait, aren't you for peace? Yeah, whatever, kid. Wait, what creature type are you? I gotta segregate.
Not my type.
Not my type. Annex.
Not my tribe. Oh,
yeah.
Snap.
For a 4-drop, and it's not even they don't untap until the next one. They don't untap. That is very mean. And then all you have to do is there's so many effects that say tap all creatures. That's a really easy one. Like, oh, humans are now forever tapped.
What you gonna do, Doug?
And this is a static effect. So if you bring new stuff out and it's that type,
Oh man, you just start. Hey guys, we should all play our favorite tribes.
Oh, at your next game night, make sure you bring your beautiful
This
five-color
is a tech
hatred.
piece. See, this is a tech piece. You got that friend like scumbag over here. Plays too many tribe decks. You just slide this one in. You play this on turn 4. He's gonna cry.
I'm like, oh, awesome! You're playing Morphon, another Typal player. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. It's turn 1. Land, Soul Ring, Winter Orb, and then next turn you play this.
Exactly. You playing a Mesmeric Orb. You got all of it. You got all the pieces out.
I do want to do Orb Tribal just to be.
You just be pondering sometimes.
Just hate. Just hate. All right, let's knock out some of the. Hey, we do the thing, and because that's not.
I was gonna get it. You gonna get it?
Yeah, because I have every single one of these cards.
You do?
And they were all in the same deck. Okay, so Arcane Adaptation, 2 colors in the blue. When it ETPs, choose a creature type. Creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their other types. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. This is great.
Yes, it is.
Now, let's go to Xenograph. 4 colors in a blue enchantment. Whenever ETP, choose a creature type. Creatures you control of the chosen type are the type in addition to their other types. I'm getting sick of saying types, but I'll do it one more time. Unnatural selection. 1 and a blue for an enchantment. You get to pay 1. Choose a creature type other than wall. Target creature's type becomes the type until end of turn.
Oh, there's one more. And
conspiracy! You thought I wasn't gonna get it? I saved it for last because it's a conspiracy. 3 colors and 2 black for an enchantment. When it ETBs, choose a creature type. Creatures you own that aren't in play. Creature spells you control and creatures. Creature cards you own that aren't in play. Creature spells you control and creatures you control are the chosen type. That is the ugliest way to word that.
it is 100%. It's one of the older ones too. That's why. They all do the same thing, and they're all really good at it. Best one's definitely Arcane Adaptation, without question. It's the cheapest, and it does the same thing. I think the next best one is Conspiracy.
Yeah, because
it still counts.
Because
the
it counts
spells.
things that are just in your deck.
Yes.
Things that aren't in play. So that makes like your specific searches and things of that nature
way stronger.
Xenograph is the worst one.
It is.
It's too much mana. And then behind that, if you only need to do like one at a time, you don't need every single one. You could be very selective. So like when you're in a ninja deck, you only got 2 unblockable creatures hitting. Boop, boop.
Yeah, unnatural selection makes perfect sense in that scenario.
And this isn't just your creatures, other people's creatures too. So you can hate on their creatures.
I hate enter creature you don't like. Make it that creature type. Dun, dun, dun.
Now they're that creature that wasn't that type can't untap.
That's so gross. We got more hatred. Engineered plague. 2 colors into black. As it comes into play, choose a type. All creatures of the type get -1/-1. This also works for weird jank that you do on yourself, like with undying or your own death triggers.
Like if I guess you can make a state to where like the creature just keeps dying and coming back. If it has like persist and then when it ETBs it gets a counter. It's like
yeah, because the nature of counters is they cancel each other instead of technically removing them.
Yeah, like if it's a 1/1 and it just
exactly
comes in with a +1/+1 counter or -1/-1 counter, but it's just with a +1/+1, and then you can't do anything. You draw the game immediately unless somebody dies.
Or you have like a blood artist, anything of that nature. You just have anything that's like an aristocrat theme, and then there's a lot of stuff that these can have some weird effects with. I'll give you a hidden gem here. I feel like not a lot of people play. Etchings of the Chosen. This is a really good one. Colorless black white for an enchantment. When it enters, choose a creature type. It's a anthem. Creatures of the chosen type get +1/+1, and then it has for a colorless, sacrifice a creature of the chosen type. Target creature you control gains indestructible. Oh yeah, you're already gonna make little fodder things. Might as well make them turn into protect my commander.
You will be sacrificed for the greater good. Wait, what? Not Frank?
But I'm indestructible now.
Yeah. Okay. Now, let's talk about the number one card that has definitely killed me. Be very afraid when you play this card and you get way too ahead, because you will kill yourself. Kindred Discovery.
Yep.
3 colorless, blue for an enchantment. As it enters, choose a creature type. Whenever a creature you control of the chosen type enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card. That is not a May.
It's not a May.
It is not a May.
Yep, this will kill you.
You will die. My mirror decks have killed me so many. You're making like 4 mirrors every time a single mirror comes out.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you got 56 mirrors and they all have haste and you only got 30 cards in your deck.
You didn't realize. And then you swing.
Yeah, this card is a doozy. Oh, it's so powerful.
I was about to say it's very powerful.
Have a way to discard cards and have a way to put cards back into your deck from the graveyard.
Yes. A dredge effect of some kind, something. A shuffle titan, anything that will save you from self-mill.
Yeah.
Or purposely self-mill and have it set up to where you win for that. But yeah, no. Kindred Discovery is definitely one of the more powerful enchantments. I think it's just good all around. I like anything that doesn't just do it once. I like the idea that it's a repeatable effect here.
Holy crap, that's broken.
Which one?
Steely Resolve. 1 in a green. Never seen this card before. For an enchantment, when it ETBs, choose a creature type. Creatures of the chosen type can't be the target of spells or ability.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah.
This can be like bad or good.
Yeah, it's Shroud because it still makes to where you can't
because
even target them.
Some of your effects might not work if they have to target.
Yeah.
But like Blanket Shroud.
Yeah. Blanket Shroud is not bad. It's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad. Give you an example of how that mana cost doesn't make sense. Colorless and a white, Shared Triumph. So it comes into play, choose a creature type, creatures get +1/+1. It's the same thing. We're talking about not being able to target stuff.
+1. Rally the Ranks does exactly the same thing.
Yep.
Man, poop.
Like Radiant Destiny, 2 colorless white. Ascend. If you control 10 or more, you get the city's blessing. Enter the battlefield, choose a type, get +1/+1. If you control the city's blessing, they also have vigilance. It's a honor the pure meets. They're not the greatest.
They're not.
There are way better ways to
Circle of Solace. I don't even know what this does. 3 colors in the white. As Circle of Solace comes into play, choose a creature type. 1 in a white. The next time a creature of the chosen type would deal damage to you, this sucks.
Nope,
It's one of those Circle of Protection cards.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I wish I didn't even read that. I thought it was gonna be. It was old looking. I thought it was gonna be good.
From the rubble, 4 colorless white enters the battlefield. Choose a creature type. At the beginning of your end step, return target creature card from the chosen type from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. If it has a finality counter on it and dies, exile it instead. I wish this was cheaper. 6 is really steep to have to wait for it to happen. It happens on your end step, but
you're guaranteed to get it, but you are in white.
yeah.
You don't get like a blanket reanimation.
No, you don't. And
actually,
this keeps happening.
Correction. I probably want to do an episode on this. White is actually a really good reanimation color. Like, I think they have the most creature reanimation spells outside of black.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like, blanket, like, put that creature card from your graveyard into the...
Or
like,
if it got put there this turn.
Or,
and,
creature power 3 or less goes to bring that creature... Like, bro, like, I would love to do, like, a white reanimator deck just to be like, ha.
Let's get a couple more of these last ones in here for you guys. I'll give you one that I think I'll back to back here. I'll go for my favorite Is It colors. Got Molten Echoes, 2 colorless red. When enters, choose a type. Whenever a non-token creature of that type enters under your control, create a token that's a copy of it with haste. Pretty much you just get to double up, and then if that thing you made didn't have haste, you get a haste version of it. Then you get Reflections of Littjara, or Littjara. For 4 colorless and a blue enters, create a choose a type. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, copy it. Again, some wicked effects can happen with the 2 of these.
Let's hit these artifacts, and these are some weird ones. Wait, are we missing the one of one? The banner? What is it called?
Coat of Arms.
We are missing Coat of Arms.
Don't worry. I added it as we were talking.
This is
quintessential.
a boomer's dream.
It is.
Okay. This is the, I just started playing Magic. I love tribes. Like, what does this card do? That's crazy. And then you actually play it in the game and you realize it requires way too much math.
It does. Coat of Arms. 5 colorless artifact. Each creature gets +1/+1 for each other creature on the battlefield that shares at least 1 creature type with it. For example, 2 vampire clerics and a human cleric would each get +2/+2 because there's 2 clerics other than the 1 cleric, so that sees 2 others. So that's a type shared. It gets 2/2/4. The more types you add, the more complicated this gets. But in theory, if you have 10 goblins, all goblins get +9/+9.
Yeah, but it's not going to work like that because some of those goblins are going to be shamans. Some of them are warriors.
Yep.
You're never calculating this right.
Never. I agree. It would take so much. It does get ridiculous.
See, this is an arena card, okay? You let a computer
so
do
true.
all this math, okay? You do not want to do this.
Oh man, here is a card I feel like is just overhyped. I feel like it's always recommended, and I don't like seeing it. Can you guess which artifact it is?
It's either Vanquisher's Banner or Door of Destiny.
It's Door of Destinies. I think Door of Destinies is one of the most overrated tribal cards I've ever seen. 4 colorless, choose a creature type for an artifact when it comes in. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, put a charge counter on it. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1 for each charge counter on Door of Destinies. I get it. There's ways to abuse this. There are ways to make it really powerful. The downside is a lot of your tribal Typal decks that you're running, they don't cast to create these mass amounts. They're normally other effects that are creating them, and it's not cast. So Door doesn't really benefit from them. Like if you pay it for 4, and then on turn 4, okay, you don't do anything.
You literally get nothing. It's a do nothing
Yep.
artifact.
Turn 5, you have to play something on type to get a counter, to get a +1/+1. Like, we're now on turn 5. I had to drop more than 4 mana to get what we already talked about with enchantments for 2. shoot, there are 1-drop anthems.
For more of your popular types, absolutely. You're getting more than just a +1/+1.
You're going to get +1 in Death Touch or +1 in Flying. There's way more effects. Door of Destinies is super overrated, in my opinion.
Okay, let's talk about Vanquisher Banner, the other card that I never play. Vanquisher Banner enters the battlefield. Choose a creature type. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1. Ooh. Whenever you cast a creature spell of the chosen type, draw a card.
I mean, it's good.
Like, it's okay. Like, if you don't have any ways to draw cards before this episode came out,
right?
Nah, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was about to say, there's no excuse.
Maybe if you're like in white and you're desperate.
Yeah.
Psych!
What was that? You didn't watch our episode?
Never play these cards.
We hope that you guys have enjoyed. There are plenty of cards we did not cover here, just because this is a massive quantity of cards.
115 cards.
Yeah. And this isn't even all of them. This is just the basic ones that just look for you to choose a singular creature type. So we hope that you guys look forward to listening to some future episodes talking about some tribes. We want you guys to recommend some tribes to us.
Octopus, tribal, crab, crab, peoples,
Crabs.
crab people, crab people. Wait, tastes like crab, look like people.
So make sure you guys tell us some tribes you want us to look into, whether they're really big ones that everyone talks about, we can go over, or some of the ones that are just, you wish that there were lords for them. So we want to say thank you for listening to this. This has been another episode of the
Longturnlarry podcast. Bitches.